All right, everybody, let's talk about my 28-day challenge because so many people are asking me about this. First of all, it wasn't a 28-day vegan challenge because I was already a vegan. It was a 28-day whole foods disciplined vegan challenge in which I wanted for 28 days to form a new habit. I wanted to change my lack of awareness when it came to food. And I was very aware, obviously, about putting in good products into my body, but I wasn't aware of the right time. I wasn't paying attention to things like pre-planning, so I found myself getting hungry when I was out, and then I would have to go try to find some vegan food out. And as you guys know, finding really awesome, healthy, raw vegan food when you're out is not really that easy. I mean, in Vancouver, obviously, there's a lot more choices, but as you guys know, I live in the suburbs, so I mean, I'm in Vancouver enough, but not really. My challenge had to do with starting to eat most of my calories in the first half of the day, and then eating the least bit of my calories in the second half of the day. It was intuitive eating, really listening to my body. So every time I would reach for something to eat, I would really ask myself, okay, am I really hungry? Do I really need this right now? Am I eating out of nervousness? Am I eating out of anxiety, out of stress? Or am I eating because I'm actually hungry? So I really learned how to tune in to my body's hunger signals. And during the 28-day process, I became very, very in tune with what my body needed. And I noticed on some days my body needed a lot more calories. You know, there were some days where I had 2,500 calories. And then there was other days where I had 1,200 calories, maybe 1,500 calories. So it really depended on this intuition, on this sense of hunger, really just listening to the needs of my body, such as learning to distinguish between being hungry and being dehydrated. So that's a huge one, right? Learning to get more water into your life, into your body. That makes such a big difference. You guys would be amazed to realize that we're not actually that hungry. And it really makes you think, as human beings, right, out in the bushes, you know, thousands of years ago, did we eat these like giant 3 meals a day and like stuff our faces and make sure we get our snacks in all the time? No, we were intuitive eaters. We went, I'm hungry, I need to feed myself, I'm gonna gather these fruits and eat them. And then, you know, obviously in some climates back in the day, they had to eat animals to survive. We fortunately now live in a world where we don't need that anymore. We can live solely off of fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds. However, in the climates where it was always tropical, these people would just eat when they were hungry. They would eat the right amount of nuts, seeds, fruits, vegetables until they would be full, and then they would wait until they got hungry again. And it all depended on what they did that day. For example, if they went out on a day of gathering, right? If they went out to go find produce basically for their village, for their families, then they would obviously be doing a lot more walking, a lot more standing up, sitting down, squatting. So in those days, they probably ate more because they were probably a lot hungrier. And I just tried to really connect with that and to connect to this really clean way of eating. Because I was eating vegan, but of course, vegan food is still, you can be junk food, you can have vegan junk food. So there's still a lot of processed foods that we could have out of comfort that might not be as good as these fresh foods that are full of nutrition. So that's the second part of what I really focused on, is getting the maximum amount of nutrition out of a meal. Getting as many micronutrients as I possibly could in that one meal that I was having, or in, you know, in my snacks. Like if I'm gonna have snacks, then I'm gonna have just fruits and vegetables, because you're gonna get way more out of fruits and vegetables than you're gonna get out of like a little bit of chips, and maybe chips dipped in hummus or whatever. Another thing that I wanted to shut down was this protein myth that you need so much protein to build muscle and to work out. And you guys know what I do. I'm a personal trainer, fitness instructor, and yoga teacher. And I gotta tell you, I didn't see any loss of muscle or strength during this time at all. And there was days where I was getting 50 grams of protein. And like, I lift weights every day, guys. I lift weights every day. I squat every day. I do lunges every single day. I do ab workouts every single day. So I would have noticed, you know, some decreases in strength and size, and I didn't. The only size that I saw decrease was the fat on me. So in these 28 days, let's talk about the results now. In these 28 days, I went from 149 to 140. And I dropped 4% body fat according to my scale that I have that sends the electrical impulse through you and measures your body fat. So really it could have been a little bit more than that. It could have been more like 5 or 6%, but let's just call it 4. That's still a big deal. 4% drop in body fat, 10-pound drop in 28 days, and not from a crash diet, not from limiting my calories, just from eating clean, eating intuitively, being disciplined with how I ate, not stuffing my face before bed. Really, that's it. I didn't suffer throughout this, and what I really wanted to do is create this as a lifestyle, as a forever habit. I'm not going to go back to my old ways now. You know, I've already been off the challenge for a couple of days, and this is the way I'm going to eat from now on. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, my body is so in tune with itself right now. It doesn't want a different lifestyle. It wants exactly what I've been giving it because this is how it's happy. Another thing I noticed, apart from just the weight loss, is my skin's clearing up a lot more. I'm not really getting some of the acne that I used to get. So that's another benefit that I found on this 28-day challenge. But I want to get into kind of the meat of this. And the meat of this is the 28-day challenge itself. It's not just about food. It's about changing a habit. And I'm going to write a book in the next 2 months called the 28-day challenge. And it's about the psychology behind how making a challenge for ourselves can actually motivate us to do something we would never otherwise do. Because if we say, I'm going to change my lifestyle as of tomorrow, then our minds and our bodies get in this space of, oh my God, I have to do this forever now? Shit, that's a big change. I don't know if I can do that. But if we just tell ourselves, okay, it's 28 days. Now 28 days is 4 weeks, that's a long time. But it has an end. So that you know in your head, okay, well, you know what, if I really don't like it, if it's really that hard, then I'll just go back to my old ways after. It's only 28 days. And that kind of takes some of the pressure off. But it also brings in this element of accountability because you have to be accountable 28 days. Let your friends know. Let your social media followers know. Do whatever it takes to hold you accountable. So you can apply this 28-day challenge to absolutely anything. Do you want to meditate more? Cool. 10 minutes a day, 28 days. Do you want to de-stress? Do one de-stressing activity every day for 28 days. You want to save money? See how little you can spend every single day for 28 days straight. You want to save, you know, money put away. Say, you know, a lot of people are like, I want to do this vacation, but it's going to cost me this amount of money, and they never put the money away. Just say, okay, $30 a day for the next 28 days. That's quite a bit of money to go play with. It's not a lot, but hey, maybe you can do 40, maybe you can do 50. Anything that you want to change or you want to add into your life, you can do it this 28-day challenge. Obviously, my book is going to talk about the specifics of this. It's going to give many different examples. It's going to give many different 28-day challenges. But the whole point is change your habits, change your life, right? We've heard this before. I'm not the first one to say it. And think about what 1 year of 28-day challenges could do for you. That's 12 new habits. 12 new positive habits in 1 year. That is literally the difference between where you are right now and where you want to become in life. It's just a year away. And it's a year of creating these little challenges where you can change one habit at a time. Take it slowly. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. I want to do this, and this. And then you never get there because you're overwhelmed. One thing at a time. 12 new habits are going to change your life completely. They are going to completely and utterly transform every single area of your life. And that's what I'm hoping to inspire you guys to do. And that's what is going to be in my book that I'm going to put out in 2 months. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And before I let you go, because everyone's asked me, here we go. Okay? Now, I'm not the type to be super narrow, as you guys know that. But look at that. The lines, the six-pack lines, they're coming in. Okay? In another 2-3 months, I'm going to show you guys the six-pack. Oh, yeah. And, you know, I'm a vegan. I don't get a lot of protein. I wonder where all this muscle could come from. I don't know. I better get more protein, right? Right?